Hi guys, Puddin here with the game for you, my Tier 9 Royal Navy destroyer, the Jutland. My captain skills are going to be Priority Target, Adrenaline Rush, Last Stand, Survivability Expert, Superintendent, IFHE, and Concealment. My modules are going to be Protect my main batteries, faster repairing engine and protect them a little bit, better aiming, faster turning order, concealment, and longer shooting primaries. Initial game plan is to go into B and try to scout out mid. I do not plan on going to sit behind the island that is at B, just waiting and praying that my team at A is going to do something. If B is contested, I don't really plan on sticking around. I plan on mainly going to help the guys out at A. Somebody in chat called for A and C. So, that means there's going to be no help at B except for from my division mates. Or possibly this other DD, which I do believe is a Gearing that is coming into cap with me. I do believe he is going to play the game of I can't have it, you can't have it. Which usually ends up with somebody dying, and I don't want to roll the dice and be the one that dies. Which is why my game plan is to leave it if it is contested, if it looks like the enemy is even going towards A. Musashi's headed towards A. The Zuma looks like he's coming straight into B for whatever reasons. Maybe not the best idea for him. Any way you look at it, probably not going to end well for him, as the curve first that did spawn to the north is facing to the south. Which kind of makes me believe that maybe they're doing a hard push to A just by looking at these three battleships. This will give you somewhat of an indication of what the destroyers are doing and where the cruisers are going. I'm going to pull a Natzer to try to get my torps off on the Zuma. If there was nothing here and if everything was facing like they were going to the north towards C, is when I would try to come around and try to get the other DD spotted. But as you can see, our Gearing is fighting the Gearing that was in B. I finally fixed my running aground and started moving forward again, and I'm going to drop my second set of torps on this Zuma, who is hell-bent on not turning. Now, I do believe I sent them a little bit early, but I did get one flood on him. Now, if you did pay attention, he was on fire before, and I don't know if he had his DCP for his fire, or if he just let the fire go, as HE comes out of his main battery, which makes me, at this point, suspect maybe he's not the brightest, the sharpest knife in the drawer, as he eats another torpedo. Now I am pushing in towards the Musashi, and you're about to see one of the great strengths of the British DDs, even the cruisers, with single fire torpedoes. Now I'm trying to pay attention to see what the curve first is doing, just to give me an idea of what he is doing. It looks like he's kind of happy just to sit there and support what he can. From there, as the floods on the Azuma are still going, even though I do believe it is one, I'm trying to get as close as possible to this island because I was spotted. What I want to do here is creep out in front of this gentleman, pop my smoke, and then send single launch torpedoes as I get the liquidator on the Zuma, and that kind of surprised me. Now, whatever cruiser came down to A, the team quickly dispatched. There's an angry smoke cloud shooting at one of our battleships. I'm going to assume our battleships because that's what angry smoke clouds do. I'm slowing down, popping my smoke. He knows I'm here. just because of his plane. I did get spotted just a tad bit early, slowing down, which is why I kind of didn't care about like really slowing down, creeping out with the smoke cloud because he already knew I was here because of the airplane. I am actually aiming down sights for these torps because he's actively turning. I want to see which way he's turning. I've got my hydro running because of the other DD in the area. My smoke's ending. There's no reason to sit here. I might as well just skedaddle and roll the dice on Battleship AP. And obviously the Musashi's secondaries, and just try to put some distance between us and go dark while the flood on the Musashi is ticking away, getting my damage up to nice numbers. And it's right about now Witherer pops up, fires multiple ships shooting at him, flooding. He's not going to heal through it. The lightning died. There's no reason to stay at A. We might as well make our way to B. Now, I could have just let my engine naturally fix itself instead of hitting R, but I might as well just hit the repair button because it's going to take me about 30 seconds to transition from A to B, so my repair will be up. It helps me get there just a little bit faster. There was no reason to not hit it compared to possibly just letting it repair itself. Would have been another viable option, but we kind of know their last 3 DDs were to the north. If there was an enemy DD lurking in the area here, I might have just let the engine repair itself, save the R button for something else, like potentially fires, multiple stuff broken, something like that. Now, what I want to do here is, instead of going on the enemy side of B here, or the northern side, I hope that's the north. I know this compass stuff, sometimes it's backwards. But for me, just by looking at the map, for me, always the top is north, like it should always be. But I'm going to come in on the southern side with my division mate. I want to support him as much as possible, as my hydro is slowly ticking down. Now, of course, I'm communicating to him that, you know, my hydro is going to be down in umpteen seconds, that I'm not going to have it available for this go around here against the enemy. You know, I let him know it's, you know, it's on cooldown. It just went down, so I don't know what's going on with torpedoes, but I will try to get out front and see what I can see. As we manage Cap B, is, you know, the Kerfer's kind of, you know, he has one option to really get into here. He doesn't want to continue to come out broadside because there are several battleships that will punish him, amongst with destroyers. But what I'm doing is sending torps to where if he does continue to come out, wants to come out, he's going to eat an awful lot of these. But it's a curve first. He's probably got his hydro running. And the only way to confirm that is, well, get close enough, which is the last thing I want to do, as I get surprised by torpedoes because my hydro was down, so I don't want to hear it sneaky. I did have it running prior. But there we go. The hydro was running. There was no way these torps were going to really hit because the GK's hydro was running. But kind of knowing that, I forced him to do one of two things. Push his way in here, or he would have just had to have stopped, sat there, and wait for torps to go by. Not staying mobile. Because option 3, hopefully him eating them, weren't going to happen because his hydro was running. Now, these shells aren't lofty like the U.S. destroyer torpedoes or torpedoes, guns or cruisers, but I still like to close the distance just to, want to help me because I do have a little bit of an issue at range sometimes. And DD's maneuvering are not the easiest targets to hit. Now, I did load my AP knowing that it is a gearing. If I see his broadside, this AP is just going to wreck him. Any AP pretty much just eats up gearings. Now, this guy has the health advantage. He's obviously got 3 people shooting at him, but you know what? I do have help in the line of the Moskva, and I really kind of just popped my smoke there while trying to maintain my speed, doing the somewhat of the angle, 45-degree angle thing that Sneaky's talked about prior, just to break line of sight for a little bit as the Moskva comes in to finish off the job. But that guy had the health advantage, and I walked away alive because of help from the Moskva and using the correct ammo choice. I probably could have been switching back and forth, but the guy was offering me way too much side. Now I'm going to try to abuse this guy's smoke against the Massachusetts Black. Now, I do have my HE loaded, and I'm kind of thinking of dropping IFHE because I'm a little bit more proactive with my AP with these DDs and possibly getting something else, because really what I want to do on the battleships is either get the fire or get the flood. I'm not looking for raw damage. Not that these things can't do raw damage. I just rather do the damage over time. It is a personal choice. Now I'm going to slow down and actually use my smoke because I don't know what is going on with the enemy gearing smoke that he did pop. Now I did set 1 set of torpedoes, and I'm holding on to the 2nd set. This guy has to know that torpedoes were sent his way, and of course he's probably well aware of there's going to be a battleship size gap in my torps. I could have single fired them, but what I wanted to do was kind of keep this guy on course because it kept him broadside to all of my teammates over there. Now I let my division mate know I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go and try to get the broadside of this guy, which is why I stayed with widespread, started moving, dropped my torpedoes, and I'm shooting my guns, trying to keep this guy interested in me, not paying attention to the possible torpedoes that are going his way, as we get a high caliber on the Massachusetts, and we walk away with very little health left. Now, who wants to bet the enemy Jutland is going to go and cap A and probably get it because there is enough time? There's really not much else for him to do. He was last spotted going towards A. Coming up against all of us is kind of just stupid, and the best experience for him to get is just to get A. This is one of those situations where that's his only option for experience. Nobody is fast enough to get all the way down there to really do anything about him. And of course somebody says A, and then I, being a smartass, just go, you think? But nobody gets down there, spots him, he caps it, we win the game, and now we're going to check out the post-battle results. Now, I hope you guys did enjoy this replay, even with all of the pauses that were going on. I don't understand what happened in the recording process with this, as this game was not intentionally laggy. I hope you did enjoy the aggressive support that I did display here with my gameplay. We do appreciate all the support you guys do give us. We do love the replays you send us. The email for that is in the description down below. Please remember to compliment good teamwork, good team play. We're a quick report, slow to compliment. Please hit that like and subscribe button and have yourselves one heck of a great day.